One of the things you talked about in your book, actually, and I hope to dig deeper into that a little bit, is how eye contact actually plays a big part in being able to make substantial connections, but also to boost meaningful connection and even productivity in the office place or in conferences or in places where people need to be productive. Walk me through that idea and what we could potentially do to make sure that this interview goes as smoothly as possible.
Well, eye contact is so important. In fact, the visual cortex, which is the part of the brain that processes visual information, that part of the brain is built very early in your life. And for many children, many people have heard of autism spectrum disorder, right?
Of course, yeah.
When a child has trouble recognizing a parent, say for example, their mum, usually that part of the brain, it doesn't kind of wire in the same way. And so it starts very, very early. You can find some of those markers as early as 6 to 9 months. And so this is a really important part of your development, because you need to start to recognize the people that are familiar to you and then start to engage with them. And so if your brain doesn't recognize those visual cues, it actually does delay your own development. If you think about as early as that sort of infancy in terms of the brain's development, all the way through the lifespan, imagine how important that becomes, that compound effect over time, right? We are built to recognize faces, to remember people, to establish a connection through eye contact, because then it forms this visual information in the brain.